These are copyright notices. If you wish to read, pause the video. The original videos are linked in the description down below. Enjoy. Alright then, so in this one we're going to be looking at pure audits and his interaction outside of a police station after flying his drone. There's one constable which seems pretty decent, the other one just seems to be out there to try and get pure audits for anything. Once he realises it's not going to work, he sort of like backs down. But only after being told to by his sergeant. We will just get, if you want, this video is edited just for the police interaction. There is a couple more interactions in this video, but I'm only using the police interaction in this video. So there will be links in the description, and an iCard will pop up around the 3-minute mark with the original full video. So if you haven't seen it, go over and watch it. But let's just get straight into it.
Oh yeah, you did okay?
You alright?
Just let you know, body cam's on, alright? You're recording, I'm recording.
Yeah, I'm
Safe
recording, yeah.
For everyone's safety.
Yeah.
You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Yeah.
What are you up to?
I'm sure you know the score.
Yeah.
What I'm going to ask, is there a particular reason why we're filming the police station today?
No, no reason.
No reason. Okay.
No.
I'm led to believe you have a drone. Is
Yeah.
that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where have you been? Where have you been flying it? Has it been going over into the private car park area?
No, it's up here.
Just up
Above
here.
the police station, yeah.
Okay.
What's your name? What's your details?
PC 1402 Callaway, alright? Colin was there. And
Okay, yeah.
1402 Callaway.
PC 816.
Sorry?
PC 816.
816, okay.
Have you got a drone operator number?
Yeah.
And what is that?
Oh no, I'm not gonna, I'll show you, I've got one.
You've
But
got
you can't note it.
If you're filming, you need to provide me with a drone operator number.
No, I don't need to provide you with that at all.
You don't?
No, not at all.
So he's completely wrong. Unless if you are suspected of committing an offence or the drone crashes is the only time you give up your operator's ID, which is attached to the drone. You have no obligation to show him it unless if you have committed an offence. And I'm glad he stuck to his guns and he's put his foot down with that. I'm sure in the other one he didn't, and he just gave it up. I've made that many videos, I can't remember if it was him or if it was somebody else. I'm pretty sure it was pure audits. And I know a lot of you didn't like that. But no, I'm glad he stuck to his guns this time, told him he didn't have to. But this is the bad constable in my opinion. The other one's a lot more willing to learn rather than this one. This one's just like, well, I'll do what I have to get your details or to show you that I'm boss. But we'll continue.
No, I don't need to provide you with that at all.
You don't?
No, not at all.
Alright. But if you're filming,
Yeah.
you need to provide me with a drone operator.
No, I don't. No, you're mistaken.
Am I?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the scissors for? Are you in custody or
Sorry?
what's the scissors for?
Well, the scissors for, I
Yeah.
deal with
Custody.
custody, no.
Oh, right. Is there a custody here?
Sorry?
Is there a custody suite here?
Yes.
Oh, right.
Why do you want to?
Well, no, I don't want to know. I thought I spotted it because when I put the drone up, I saw all these light wells. And when you see light wells, you assume, well, there's a custody suite there. Light wells into the cells, that's all. Are you, am I free to go?
Just speak with the supervisor very quick. Yeah, that's all good. I'll have a conversation with him. He seems pretty reasonable, to be fair. So I'll have a chat. Sergeant, sorry. Cool. So essentially,
Yeah.
Your drone, does it have a camera on it?
Yeah,
Has it got an operator ID?
yeah.
Am I allowed to ask? And am I allowed to have the operator ID?
No, you're
No?
not allowed.
Okay.
But, I mean, I've got one,
Yeah.
but there's no need for you to have it because
Okay.
it's the class of drone.
Yes, true. Yeah,
Yeah.
true. If it's under 20 kilograms. How much does the drone weigh? Is it under 20 kilograms?
Yeah,
Yeah.
249 grams. You mean, yeah, you mean under 250?
250
Over
grams,
50, 250
Sorry,
grams, not
yes.
kilograms.
No, you're correct.
That's quite a large person.
Yeah, I was going to say that's you're correct. You're quite
Yeah.
correct. I do apologise there. Yeah, look, there's as long as you're not flying it into the car park, below the building line or anything like that, we've not got an issue. Obviously you're in a public space, you're entitled to record in a public space. There's nothing, just as I am, there's nothing I can do to stop you doing that. All I would just ask, if it's okay, is just have a bit of consideration for the fact that obviously when we take the uniform off, we're regular individuals, got our own home lives. People, as you can see, those vehicles parked in there, most of those are personal vehicles with people's registration plates on. It's very easy for people to, if they were to find out, see a registration plate online for a police officer, see that car driving about, recognise it, follow us here. We have had incidents in the past where people have followed police cars back to their home address. I can think of one incident many years ago where I believe a female police officer had a brick thrown through a window or something because somebody followed her home. There's ex-police officers who have like YouTube channels, one who was on police intercepts and stuff, who's talked about stuff like that where people have followed him home. So it's one of those ones where legally there's no issue, but obviously morally, if you could just have a bit of consideration for, obviously there are people's personal vehicles in there and the risk that comes with that, especially because once we take the uniform off, we're regular folks with our own private lives like yourselves.
Yeah, I'm here for the building.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be taking, in fact the drone doesn't pick up number plates. You do actually get people who collect number plates. Yeah, and they can tell, you can look up the first two letters and say, oh, that's from Dudley or Bristol or whatever, people like that, but I don't collect number plates. But I'm looking at the building, it's quite a modern building, isn't it?
So this one is the one I would say was a pretty decent constable, apart from the cops bleeding and the thin blue line badge on his chest. Apart from them two things, I would say he's a pretty decent constable. Yes, he was wrong about kilos and grams, but he hasn't tried to push the situation. Is clearly admitted that he's done nothing wrong. So to me, this is a constable which is on the right path to be a good constable. This other guy who he is tagged up with is not, because he will not let it go no matter what. You're going to see that in a minute. And the fact that it was on about that the police interceptor guy who was on TV got followed home. Well, if you don't want to be recognised, do not star in a show which is on the TV every single night. It's as simple as that. It's like that Catching Britain Speeders. That Chris lives. One of the constables in that lives just up the road from me. I nearly said his full name and address then, but yeah, don't want to be doxing him. But he lives up the road from me. Now, I would have never known that if he didn't pull me over for no reason. He pulled me over saying I was doing 17 or 30, which didn't happen. And the minute he realised he had a GPS dash cam, it all stopped. Didn't really accuse me of doing that speed anymore. But he did continue with getting my details. But I would have never known he lives near me, but I'm brilliant with faces and never forget a face. I'm not very good with names. Faces, absolutely brilliant with. So I was walking my dog and I seen him going into his house. So, like I said, I never forget a face. I recognised him. I noticed him straight away. And then an advert a couple of days later come on for Catching Britain Speeders, and there he was. So it's not that hard for people to get their information if they want to. And number plates, I am not very good at remembering number plates. I can only remember one of my vehicle's number plates out of the 3 bike, car, van. Out of the 4 I've got. So it's not easy to remember number plates, so that bit's out the window. That's just cops blaming. But like I said, if you don't want to be recognised, don't be on the show. If you don't want your number plate to be seen, don't drive to work. It's as simple as that. Your number plate's on the outside of the vehicle so it can be seen by everybody, just in case you get involved in an accident or something like that and you flee, so that you can be identified. I'm not going to rant anymore because it's gone on for a little bit too long, so let's continue in the video.
Yeah, so this was built probably just before COVID time, I think. Probably, what was it? Probably 2018, just after that, I think.
Was it? Oh.
Just before that? Really? Well, yeah, it's fairly new compared to some old police stations, like for example Broadby Road. So yeah, it is a modernised building.
Yeah. There's one at Emerson's Green.
Yes, yeah.
Is that quite a modern one as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit later. That's more of like where a lot of our like detectives and stuff are based. That one mainly. This is a response unit and a custody unit, so a lot of people who get arrested will be brought here.
Poor them, eh?
Yeah, well, yeah, I suppose.
Hopefully you can sort of turn it around from put them on the right path.
We do the best we can.
Put them on the right path and
we do the best.
Point them to the right place to go.
Oh, yeah,
when they come out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we do the best we can with what we've got.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're free to leave. You don't have to stay here.
No, you didn't detain me anyway.
No,
you didn't detain me. We don't want to go down that road where you detain me. No, you didn't do it.
Well, I'd have no reason to detain.
You're not taser trained then?
No, not at the minute. No, hopefully fairly soon, but not at the minute. No.
Are they rolling out to it? Not everyone.
I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know.
A lot of people might not want to pass.
Yeah, some people probably don't want to carry a taser, and that's the thing. It's officer's choice, and it's same with firearms. Some people probably don't want to go into firearms policing. So yeah, it's everyone's choice, and you know, some people may have it, some people may not. So you know, it's what it is.
Okay, well, thanks for chatting with me.
No worries. Hope you have a good day.
Yeah, and you.
Like I said, obviously, if you are going to stay here, just remember what we talked about. Otherwise,
no, I'm just doing a little video, bit of photography, and then I'll edit it all. Yeah. So. No, You've been very good.
That's all right.
Both
of
you.
Fine.
Okay.
Well, you've done nothing wrong, have you? So you've got nothing to say. There's no reason not to.
All right.
Thanks, Eddie, mate.
Bye.
So at this point, after he says you're not detained, you are free to leave, I would have got onto my bike and ridden away. But if I had done that, I wouldn't have caught what was coming up next. So in a way, I'm glad he didn't, because as you can see, the little PC cherry face here is not going to let it go, like I said. He is on the radio trying to figure out what he can do to get the information he so much desires. So, if this was me, I wouldn't have caught the extra bit of it. I wouldn't have caught any of it. The minute they'd come up and asked for the thingy and walked away, I would have just got on the bike and ridden off. They didn't say I was detained or anything like that. I would have just done that. But I understand he's here to get the videos, so he stuck around. And it's a good job, really, because look at the interaction he's had. And it's only going to get a little bit worse for Cherryface here, and then the young one starts picking up on it as well. But let's continue.
Recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that your drone unit operator?
Sorry?
Is that your drone unit operator saying that I've got to show my operator ID? Or is that someone?
No, it's someone's looked up the legislation. If it's flying under 250 metres, the Aircraft Management Act of 2021 says you've got to provide me with a drone reference number because you've been recording.
No, it's not true. Would you like me to educate?
Confiscate.
Would you like me? You can't. Would you like me to educate you? Would you like me to tell you what I've got legislation in my bag?
I've got the legislation to hand. I'll have a read of it.
And then, I mean, I don't do this for nothing.
No, of course not.
So what did I say? This absolute twat has come over, demanded to see details he's not entitled to because somebody over the radio has looked something up which doesn't actually apply to him. I'm so glad Pure Audits has, since his last interaction with the Welsh police where he just handed everything over, let him take photos of it and everything, has looked it up and actually printed it off, so he's got it to hand this time, rather than just bowing down and doing everything they said. I'm so glad he's standing his ground a bit more. And this is why it's good to do that, because you've got this absolute twat what doesn't know what he's talking about just because he's heard it over the radio that he has to. If it's flying under 250 meters, a drone's only allowed to fly up to 120 meters. So that means in this case, every single drone in the air has to hand over their details just because it's flying. Absolute nonsense. But let's continue.
Yeah, I want that back though.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. So that's taken off the government website, police approved. And if you'll have a look here, drones under 250 grams are A1 subcategory. Okay, if they're A1, if it's A2, there's three tests must be in order for a police officer to record an operator ID, which is what your colleague's talking about under here. Unmanned aircraft. So number one, flight of an unmanned aircraft, reasonable grounds, the flight of an unmanned aircraft is taking place or has taken place, and you're happy with that, aren't you? The remote pilot of the
flight of the by an unmanned aircraft is taking place. Yep. And if the remote pilot of the unmanned aircraft for the flight.
And reasonable grounds for suspecting, not belief, suspecting that an A2 competency requirement is applicable. My drone 250 gram is not an A2 competency.
Give me 2 minutes to go and speak to my colleague, and then I'll come back and I'll give it.
Yeah, because I want to get off to my next job now.
I'll let you get on your way. What's your sense?
Yeah.
Sorry, say it again, boss.
What's your sense of him?
I'm okay. I know what I'm talking about.
Just say that again for me.
That's why I carry this for situations like that.
Regardless of this or not, if it has a camera, he has to have an operator ID. Yes. Yeah, basically talked with him. He's not committing an offence. He's saying he's been flying it sort of at a height above the building. He's been stood basically on the pavement of Cage and not even crossed the threshold. He's been at the height.
Thanks so much.
Okay, thank you guys. Do you want to take a picture of that?
You know what, I would actually, yeah, for future, yeah, why not?
There you go.
No harm in it, is there?
No. Don't take my electronic fingerprint though, will you?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll pass him on the legislation we have, so he's
just
aware of
educating everyone really, and that's part of it.
If you're happy,
yeah.
If you're happy, mate, my sergeant has just provided some legislation on our end that might be useful for you to be aware of for the future, all right?
Yeah. Okay.
So, this is part of the Air Traffic Management and Unmanned Aircraft Act
I know that.
2021. If we think a drone could be connected to an offence, we can make you land your drone, stop and search people and vehicles to find drone or equipment, confiscate or keep drones or the equipment found in a search, and we can require you to show us registration details and other information for both pilots and operators.
If you suspect an offence.
Evidence of permission to fly where necessary, so near an aerodrome, and we can check a drone to understand which rules apply to it, but that's obviously.
So there you go. You heard it on the radio when he said he's acting. How was he acting? What do you mean, how was he acting? The reason he's asked that is because he wants to use that as a reason to get the details. I'm glad it wasn't just that cherry-faced constable, because if it was, he would have lied so he could force him to give his details or arrest him. That's what probably would have happened, seized the drone and everything, if it was just him. But it wasn't. The young one was there, which was pretty decent, more than willing to learn and educate himself for further interactions. That's the type of policing we want, not the other one, which is just going to do everything he can to get your details, plain and simple. But all this is just my opinion. Let us know in the comments down below what you thought of this interaction. As always, like the video, it does all for YouTube's algorithm, and I'll catch you on the next one.